Get in. What's going on, everybody? I'm here at my home course in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, Kirvinpark. And if you can't tell, it's windy out here in true Kirvin fashion. And I'm going to start a new challenge here. I just shot one of my best rounds of the year. I did it off camera, unfortunately, but shot a -3 here, which was like a 195 on U-disc. And I guess that's figuring out to like an 890 rated round based on some formula that seems to get an about rating. But either way, definitely my best round, and I even had a bogey in that. It's a 9-hole course, so this also ties my record from last year of -3. So I am going to try to shoot a -4 here, at least do it once a month on camera and try to beat that. It's going to be pretty tough. I think we'll get it here by the end of the year. And every time I miss that mark of -4 or better, we'll throw a disc in the 1,000 subscriber giveaway pile. All right, everybody, it is a beautiful day to disc golf. First hole, it's a par 4, one of the 2 par 4s. It's straight down through the green blocks here. It's behind those trees back there. I think it's like 480-ish. I got a headwind, so I was going to throw the grace. We had a right to left, but it switched. So I'm going to switch to the pretty cloud breaker. Everything's the fairway, but in a month or two, the grass on the right and left is going to be growing up for haying, and yeah, gonna be hard to find this time. Let's see what we got here. Being a little bit right is better, and we'll talk about that more on the next shot. Oh, that came out early. All right, well, so this is kind of where it's where I like to be, over on the fairway and not in the rough over here, because being on the right side, I know I can get a putt if I don't make it up there. Being on the left side, it gets a little thick, not so much right now, but I'm still going to try to shoot for that right side, maybe hit the rock in the middle, going Terra, and just trying to go right and skip it up to the base of that hill because it's a pretty easy putt. Skip up. All right, so just a touch short. All right, just a little short, so very tough birdie putt. But we're still going to go for it because we need birdies. Oh. Oh, not bad. Go save the par. All right, we're all even. That's definitely one I'd like to get for that -4 challenge, though, or this -4 challenge. All right, hole 2. This one's somewhere around 300, 290, 300. Pretty much straight ahead. It's got a dip down and then up. Plays pretty level, but being I'm going backhand, I have that higher hill on the right, so I have to get up over that, so it plays a little bit farther. So I got to give it some height to it. And previously I was throwing the T-bird, but I started throwing the servo pretty well on this hole, so going servo and a little bit of a tailwind, just trying to get up there and get a birdie look. Get up over. Ooh, it's gonna be a tough birdie from there. So ground's a bit uneven here, hard to get a good camera angle. Let's see. I'm going to take the flip, get my back out of the bush a little bit more. All right. Well, gotta go for it. But the good news is I did that -3 the other day with a bogey on the next hole, and the pars here on 1 and 2. There it goes. Oh, that was not good. Got way too nose up. Got the Mario theme song stuck in my head. Alright. Gotta save the par though. So not only is this hole tough, hole 3, it's tough to get a camera angle because the ground is very uneven. But we got, I think it's like 190 or 200. The basket's over there, but there's a very, very tight line that won't be here in a couple of months or maybe even a month to go forehand and cut in. Very, very small gap. And again, it's not going to be there in a month once this tree and bush fills out. The other line is straight down and then a hard hook to the left. Most everybody I've seen play this goes with a huge, huge hyzer, which either ends up circle's edge short or gets caught up in all the bushes right before it because the basket's set into the bushes. So as your hyzer's coming down, it hits all of those. Wintertime, it's okay to get through. Couple of months, not going to be able to get through. This morning while I was thinking of this hole, I was thinking I could do a sharp Anheuser forehand and try to get it to cut around this and then pan out. But now looking at this hole, I don't know if I can do that. I'm a little stumped on this hole. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. But I almost want to try this forehand line here again. Well, I can do it, but let's try the new idea. We're gonna go stabilizer. I'm in between the stabilizer and the Justice, but I think this I can get up and have it pan more before it fades out, where the Justice is going to fade too quick and probably give me a woods look again, where I'm fighting for par. Opposed to this, if it stays short, I have a long birdie putt, just like I would on a backhand, or I'm fighting for par, just like on a backhand. So to me, this is a win-win. So I'm going high. I'm shooting kind of just right of the tree here in the middle bushes, and just trying to barely clear it. Fight out. Well, I'm in the bushes, but hopefully I have a shot. That might be the way. So this is coming out of that fairway that I just went down. So this was if you were looking from the tee pad, you got this, and then the basket's right in line. So you can't really fight through those bushes in the summer with a hyzer. It just gets hung up and gets stuck behind where I am, and then you're having trouble getting or trying to punch out. But here we are in this bush again. It is a tough putt because I have no up. I have a super low ceiling. But let's see what we got. I'm within circles, so I've got to stay behind the line. But I think I can do something like this. And we're just going to try to get under this and get out. If not, I'll be left with a short par putt. Yeah. Well, better off than I was on my -3 round. All right, even through 3. All right, next one, hole 4. Oh, and again, my -3 the other day, I was +1 coming into this hole, and then I went 4 straight birdies, which put me at the -3 and then par. So hopefully I can do 4 straight birdies here, like I did yesterday, or not yesterday, a couple of days ago, and be -4 and then go par. But this one is basket's over to the right, so I'm just trying to clear this on an anhyzer and should flatten out and be somewhat parked. I'm going with my beat-in insanity and pretty much throwing flat, maybe a slight anhyzer, and just trying to beat this corner here. Oh, flatten out. I don't think I had the height. Yeah, cut rolled back in. So that's going to be a par. Into the headwind with the stabilizer. Really that's going on this. But just trying to get close. Just going above the hill. Trying to pin in. It's going to get lifted. Maybe lifted into the basket would be nice. And that's going to be a very hard putt. 13 paces, 39 feet. We'll take the flip. So right to left, which watching the last, or the KC Wide Open, Big German, and Paul Ulibarri were saying that this is the toughest one to putt in for a right-hander. And we've got a 30. And it doesn't seem to be letting up. Oh, too far. Okay. Stabilizer, I think this one's like 190 or 230 at 225, something like that. But it's up over the hill, so I just need to crest the hill to the right side and it should be fine. Get in. Come on, get in. Ace would also help. Well, that looked a lot closer than it actually was. I thought I was going to be parked up there. I'm actually, it's just like 16, 17 feet short. A little bit of a sketchy putt. Not sure how much it shows in the video, but this is slanted. Yeah, it's pretty much flat. We're at like a hill like that. If I cage out, probably gonna roll away. But we're obviously going for the bird. Alright, let's do it. Alright, back to even. This and the next one are definitely two I need to get. And they are both ace runs, so sneaking in an ace, my first ace, would greatly help the situation. But we're back to even. This one, I think this one's like 180 to 200, and it's downhill. I'm going range. There's a Mando between these two trees, but I don't pay attention to them because I've never hit them before. But yeah, we're going pretty much straight at it with the range. And being that it's the range, it shouldn't go too far past. I haven't been too far past, so I just need to give it enough to get down there. Oh, yeah. And that's not good. I jinxed myself. So pretty much didn't even have the hole, and I'm just gonna go for it because I have nothing to lose on this challenge. Well, except a disc, but got round 2. Hopefully I have enough time for it. So we're gonna give this a good run. Get in. Oh, that would have been so sweet. Still even. A lot of issues with camera placement on this course. So if I have some weird angles, it's because of the slants on the ground. All right, this is the second and last par 4, hole 7. So this one is somewhere around 480 to 490-ish. It's not, none of them are 500, or at least on UDisc they're not. So this might be the one that's 495 and the other one's 485. It's straight down there, slope to the right, so I pretty much aim left side and it pans right, and I try to get up onto that roadway as ideal. That's about 320 to 330. If I can get over that roadway, I'd be super happy. But that's the ideal spot for a birdie. Then it's an easy approach shot. So we're going Grace. Again, I'm shooting left side. With the slope, it'll pan right. Oh, well. So we're just going to try to pick a good lie to try to save par. So still a decent distance, going Sagara. Just trying to stay left side. It's a much easier putt than right side of the fairway, especially in the summer when those right bushes fill out, although the left ones fill out too. Hold, 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 hold. Still a little short. But we got a putt. So a little bit closer than I thought, which is good. Try to stay even. Oh. Oh, back plus one if I make this putt. Holy, another tough camera placement. It's straight up the right side. I can't quite get the basket in the camera angle and the tee pad. But I think this one was like 250. And just trying to get out and up there straight ahead. Using the cigar. Discs are getting a little bit more flexible in the warmer weather. It's getting there. It's 60, but the wind is a little chilly for me. Oh boy, I'm not playing well. Not throwing well. That's it. All right. Well, kind of a rough, windy day there, and definitely wasn't throwing my best. Looking at some video, I was working on my final step, trying to stay in line with my feet, but I got back into the big step forward, throwing my balance off. Sure, that's not the only thing I'm doing wrong. But, as I said, I was throwing a disc into the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. That is going to be this Undertaker. So we're putting this in the box, and when we hit 1,000, someone will get this one. It is the Z-Line plastic, and I think it was a little bit lighter. Yeah, 164 to 66. So someone gets this lucky one. And for the giveaway for this video, we have a donation from Terry. He has the M3. Doesn't throw it. It's an overlap in his bag. And he likes a couple other ones more, mainly the Hex. So there were 13 comments, one of them being Terry, so I don't think he wants his disc back. So we'll go down to 12 sides. And let's see who the lucky winner is. All right, we got number 11. Congratulations. Send me an email, zack@mandatorydiscgolf.com, and let me know where to send the M3 for you. Also, we have the new Simon Line Balance coming in. They are released on May 9th, so check out MandatoryDiscGolf.com. Pre-order your balance. There's two. There's a special edition and just a regular Neutron. Special edition is just a Simon Line stamp that's custom to the balance. And they are really sweet. We also have the Proton 2025 Champions Cups disc. The range is in my bag and probably one of my most thrown discs from that series. So check those out. And don't forget about Suze the Golfer on Instagram. He has sent many dyed discs. Check those out. Add some color to your bag and be very cool on the disc golf course. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Peace.